great to see North America and Europe collide in the fact that we have not only rookies or individual talents that are stepping up, and we're seeing maybe 1 or 2 players per team that now have scouting reports and a possibility to move on. But we're also seeing a North American squad in Absolute Leverage where, again, you have just so much potential, right? You have Wondermike, who is another star-studded player. He stands out. 1 or 2 players from each roster. Maybe you're looking at future RLCS spots, but we're seeing those players come into their form now. Their personalities are showing on the field, and now we can really start to pick them apart and see how much can they carry throughout the season, and I think that's going to lead to some interesting storylines down the line.
So I've got a really bold prediction here for Game 1. You ready for it?
Nope.
I think there's going to be, I'm going to say 8 goals in Game 1.
Oh my God. Well, we've seen, what, 7, 8 today in like a minute, so I mean, it's entirely possible.
Watch it end 0-0 overtime.
We're going draw, baby. Let's get it. Off the start, it's Absolute Leverage Warriors International. Welcome to Series number 1 of North America. Let's get into it. Buddy into the corner. That's going to be picked up by Wondermike. It's going to be carried to the other side and followed up by Jay Wismont. We haven't talked a whole lot about him. He was a guy we really looked at in weeks 1 and 2, the same way we were talking about Wondermike, but it's been relatively quiet. This team looking to at least bounce back in the league. Again, Absolute Leverage won last week against Charlotte Phoenix in Game 5.
And there were 3 overtimes in that series, so they really went the distance with Charlotte Phoenix, and they showed that they can hang around with one of the best and take down one of the best in the league.
Push it to the limit and come out with a W. That's an ego boost. That ball is going to be sent into the corner. It's going to be Thunder who will be there. He's going to carry it now. That's a demo from Wondermike. Kinsey now rotating back in mid. He's in transition to catch that ball and stop it, but oh, he might have sent it perfectly. Oh no! Off the side of the bar. And that coach said, hey, I'll play a 4th-man defense if I have to.
Oh boy, you hate to see it. Another opportunity, he probably rings that one in. Good demo there from Rodoko to give a little space in the defensive end, but you see the double commit come out. It's gotta be hard playing with Wondermike. With how fast he is, you gotta just have Super Saiyan's abilities, knowing when he's gonna go and when he's not.
And that opportunity was really just nerves from Absolute Leverage. It was an awkward center that led to nothing. You won't miss many of those. Wondermike now centers it for a teammate. Rodoko didn't get the redirect. That's okay. He goes back to the other corner, and Buddy cuts it off. Kinsey following in pursuit, and Jay Wismont will find the bottom of the net, and they're going to take goal number 1 to start the series. It is Warriors International making Absolute Leverage come out and start on the back foot.
And Buddy gets his 5th assist on the season. Jay Wismont with a beautiful goal there off that pass. And right off the kickoff, Wondermike is up. Wondermike can't get the double tap. And this is a dangerous pinch off to the side wall. But Rodoko keeps that in control and keeps the ball in favor of Absolute Leverage for the time being.
I like how we talked about Wondermike's ability to just be so quick. And off the start, he wins the face-off and puts a shot down. And now you're looking at Absolute Leverage recovering on defense. It's going to be Rodoko who slows it down, but Thunder will immediately send it the other way. Kinsey and Wondermike working the side of the boards. They're going to push this one forward. They weren't able to extend it, but here comes Jay Wismont off the top. Oh, it's centered for a teammate. It should be a goal. No! Kinsey stops it at goal line, and the ball still up precariously. Another save from Wondermike. Absolute Leverage being pushed to the limit.
Great defense there from Wondermike, and there it is, the 1 skills on display, but this isn't 1v1. There's some more players on the field. He gets that ball swatted off the top of his car. This one gets away from him as well. A pass towards the box. Jay Wismont sends it home and gets the 2nd one in Game 1.
Jay Wismont showing up early. That's a pass from Thunder off the top and a redirect under the defender. You know, make you look silly. 156 and off the start, Warriors International just putting so much pressure on Absolute Leverage.
Oh, baby.
That ball's going to go into the corner. It's going to be followed up by Rodoko, who does win the challenge. Now up to the ceiling, but underneath it is Kinsey. He misses it off the top post. Another mishit from Absolute Leverage now could cost him in transitional offense. Buddy carrying by himself. Jay Wismont is there, he stops it, but it doesn't matter. Wonder Mike will carry this pass midfield. Buddy intercepts, now Thunder follows through with the pass. Buddy now pushes it down for Jay Wismont, who gets a hit. But it's still stalled for now, trying to work it into the corner, but it's cleared away and back to the side of the board.
I'm liking the pressure we're seeing so far from Warriors International. They're not giving Wonder Mike any space to work with. Look at that, Thunder with the early challenge, gets that bar to ring under the crossbar and gets his second of the season.
All 3 of their goals have come from that top post, and they've snuck it through. They're not showing you many looks. I mean, they're just giving you aerial hits down, and Absolute Leverage has yet to find a way to respond. But with a minute left, surely anything is possible. Surely, Subi. We can see it.
Don't call me Shirley.
Surely, Travis.
Oh!
53 seconds. Not going to happen today. As Kinsey now falls back. He's going to wait. Oh, tried to predict it, but it's flipped over. And it will be Rodoko there with the save. Now back in front of the net. It's midfield we go. Wonder Mike goes up for a challenge. Buddy wins it. Jay Wismont flicks it up. But it should be easily taken off the back wall as Rodoko will move it back to midfield now. A clearing shot down. It was immediately taken out. Thunder with a good save. Here comes a follow-up from Rodoko. And Buddy will slow it down in the corner, but again, Kinsey trying to stifle this one out. And Wonder Mike falling back, does have boost, but he expected a push to come through from Warriors International. Unfortunately, with 10 seconds, you can't read that too deep. You have to start finding a play.
Yeah, this one getting away from Absolute Leverage. It was all Warriors International up and down the field. Just felt like Absolute Leverage had lead in their wheels and couldn't get up off the ground. They were continually getting beat to balls in mid-air. Just impressive speed on the pitch from Warriors International.
That was a really quick game 1. And I don't mean the fact that it was over in 5 minutes, but the fact that it was just Warriors International kind of showed up and played practice. They had 3 shots and 3 goals that went through the top of the post. They showed you exactly what pitch they were throwing. And when that fastball is coming right down the middle and you can't hit it, again, that's something you have to work on. But Warriors International, I mean, they didn't spread the field. They really didn't get it crazy with their plays. It was just control aerials, win challenges, and get some shots down. And they made it work every time.
Well, and they missed, what, 2 infield passing play shots? I mean, they just went off the side post. So had they have hit those, this would have been completely different. It would have been a blowout.
And
it already was a blowout.
It was a wide open net at that point, too. So we're like, okay, odds are you're not going to lose that most of the time. So when you're hitting the easy aerials and they're falling for goals, recipe's working. Keep that up. Until you have to change it, it's not broken. Moving into game 2, Absolute Leverage have to find a way to just respond.
They need to up their speed.
Yeah, they looked so slow. Wonder Mike had a good challenge off the face-off, but since then, nothing. It was quiet.
Yeah, it was just a hesitancy all over the field, and you cannot have that in the back of your mind. You just have to be confident when you're going up for a ball. If you see that above you, you call it out to your teammates, I'm up, and that's it. There's no second-guessing yourself, and it just felt like in this matchup, they didn't know who was going. They didn't know if they should go, should stay down. Game 2, you got to put everything in the past because this matchup, ever so important.
Oh, and here comes a shot right off the start. Rodoko couldn't connect, and the series could really run away from them in game 2. I mean, you're talking about a swing game that easily leads to a 3-0. So let's see if they can flip the momentum, flip the script, and rewrite this series off the start. But it's Thunder with the carry, centers it out for teammate, and Buddy scorches it to the left post.
Check the accuracy on this shot. Look at all 3 defenders, and he puts it perfectly in that left-hand corner. No one there. Love to see him hitting those shots.
That's easy plays. Warriors International did the same exact thing in game 1. It's like ringing the dinner bell. Ding, goal 1. Ding, goal 2. It's been so simple. Great passing plays, execute. That's it. Ball now moving its way forward. There's a second one. Goal 2. Hello, Buddy. 2-0 for Warriors International.
If you're going to just give them goals like this, it's going to be a short series. 1 to Mike. Challenges that slow. You see 2 other defenders on the left-hand, right-hand side. No one in net.
There's not a whole lot we can really break down about some of these goals, but It honestly just seems like, Absolute Leverage is flat. They're just come out flat. They're not creating horrible mismatches. They've missed a couple of hits, but they're just giving up goals. It's kind of hard to break that down when all is not responding, but all of a sudden, Kinsey finds the redirect to the back of the net.
A nasty redirect. He's looking for a bump and then just gets under the ball, puts a little elevation on it. It goes right below the crossbar. Absolute Leverage cut the lead down to 1.
That was 5 unanswered goals. And it looks like finally, I'm checking my watch, yeah, Absolute Leverage woke up a bit. As that ball's gonna go into the corner, now met at midfield. Kinsey will slow it down, but Jay Wismont did get the interception, and now it's up for Rodoko and team to make something happen in their own half. I believe Thunder knocked it up. We'll see who's gonna follow suit. It is Jay Wismont. Back into the corner we go. Still in front of their net. And that redirect sends it to the adjacent side. And Wanda Mike's gonna go ahead and try to clear it out. That's a redirect off the top of the wall. Here comes a follow-up. Rodoko got a very precarious hit. Did absolutely nothing, and now they might be punished in transition.
That was a great push downfield on the offensive end from Absolute Leverage. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get that double tap in check, and Thunder with a good challenge in the corner gets the boost steal, but the demo comes out from Kinsey, giving Absolute Leverage plenty of space to push that ball towards midfield. But once again, Warriors International continue to batter the orange half.
And they've controlled midfield for now. As that's gonna go right over Thunder, and it's gonna be challenged and one on the wall by Buddy. Wanda Mike recovers at midfield now, trying to extend the play, but it's still up for Warriors International to grab. They've done it, and they've sent it back to midfield. Not only that, but they're stealing the boost as well. They have controlled the pace. 2:45, game 2. Still a 1-goal game. And again, we see another clear. Here comes a commit, and that's wide to the right, off the side of the goal. And it seems like a bunch of these hits have just kind of been, let's see what sticks, but their accuracy has been atrocious.
But at least it feels like Absolute Leverage is starting to wake up. The engines are starting to rev a little bit. They're not feeling as flat-footed. They're not feeling as chaotic as far as positioning is concerned. And just when I say that, a double commit comes out.
They look sluggish, just a little too much. We don't expect this from this team. That's Buddy with his individual self. Trying to carry, but no sir.
Oh.
And that's dangerous. Wanda Mike with the save. And then we're talking about a team in Absolute Leverage where Wanda Mike carried a whole series, brought it to a game 5 and single-handedly won it for them. And he's been silenced in the first 8 minutes of this series.
Hey, when you have a superstar player on the opposition, the #1 priority is getting him in check and shaking it up and just throwing him off his rhythm. Right now, Wanda Mike can't figure out how to break through this Warriors International defense, and it's just consistent pressure coming out from the Warriors, not allowing Wanda Mike any space.
Wanda Mike is the IGL, the entire offense feeds through him. So when he's shut down, you basically go to backup generators and hope to God something works. It's gonna go off the back wall. Here comes a second attempt. Buddy is not able to make it work. No goal this time. A minute now left in the game. And they're gonna slow it down in the corner. Buddy coming over mid. He did get bumped, but he gets enough of a touch to at least hopefully stop. That's an open net, but Thunder is there, and that demo from Buddy will stop the offensive assault from Absolute Leverage. It's taken away on the challenge at the top of the wall. Thunder now carrying. He sets it up for a teammate. Buddy has to fall back in transition, but Jay Wisma comes in the crossing pattern. It's knocked away easily. And again, Absolute Leverage have been shut down on the cross.
Still about 3 more opportunities left for Absolute Leverage. This is gonna be one of them, and good cutoff there from Jay Wismont. 30 seconds to go. Absolute Leverage need to get to work. They need to get this ball out of their half, but they just can't. Warriors International just strangling them on the offensive end, and the shot coming in from Jay Wismont gets the pre-flip and increases the lead to 2.
Well, game 2 will be going to Warriors International as they have completely kryptonited their Superman of Absolute Leverage. I mean, Clark Kent is down for the count, and he's Wanda Mike, by the way, because you guys can get that analogy, but that's Clark Kent.
And he is looking for his glasses.
He's a farm boy. He's now stuck in Kansas.
I don't know.
No license in a wheat field. Warriors International have just put a block of kryptonite on the table today. Come take it.
I feel like we're going way too deep now.
We're not.
I don't even know if he lived in Kansas.
How dare you not know that?
You know
what if Mike does live in Kansas? Who knows?
Maybe he does. But one thing I do know, Warriors International looking hot. Go up 2-0 in this series, and if there is any life for Absolute Leverage left, they need to pull off the reverse sweep.
4 or 5 shots, 1 goal, 1 assist. You had 1 assist for Absolute Leverage, 1 goal. I mean, it's really difficult as, whether you're commentating, analyzing, whatever it is, as a viewer, trying to break down this game when Absolute Leverage is not showing you anything promising. There's literally nothing standing out that's wrong. It's just they gave up quick goals and they had no life. Whereas International have found ways to break open their defense. They just kill time. I mean,
they're just hanging on to midfield. They're not allowing any offense.
Even when Absolute Leverage find a way past and they start double committing, a couple of them were miscues and bad communication, but their shots were wildly off base. I mean, so far to the right of the post, centered balls off the top bar that they should be able to knock in. The accuracy wasn't there. It's like they're missing the shots they're getting, and you need to hit those because even if it doesn't connect, if you're close to the net, it allows follow-ups. There was nothing there.
Well, and they're going for these fast break opportunities and like super fast double taps off the back wall, very low percentage shots. And then when they are trying to set up an offense, they're trying to work them through the corners. And I hate when teams just rely on that. You've got to mix it up. You got to have different tricks in your bag. And let's see if they pull them out right now because it's do or die time for Absolute Leverage.
It's going to be a very, 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 very hot 3-0. It's going to be another demo as Buddy sends him back to the loading screen. We'll see in the 2 seconds. Now Rodoko following in pursuit. Thunder will grab it off the side of the wall, and he's going to push this one into Absolute Leverage territory. It's taken out of the box, set up for Kinsey to move it out. Again, good defense so far for Absolute Leverage, but this assault from Warriors International, aggressive off the start to say the least. I mean, look at their positioning on the field. They don't move past midfield unless they're grabbing boosts, then they're immediately back challenging.
And they're only pushing one back for that boost pad. Good save there from one of Mike. They're only going all the way back if someone's at midfield that can rotate in and keep the pressure up. Look, Thund is going in. Jay Wisman just got that mid boost, and he's pressuring as well. One of Mike does get a good challenge here, but it's not going to resort to offense. A turnover right there is, though.
2 challenges, 1 back on boost. It's like a lazy Susan every time. And they always have numbers at midfield. And that's going to be dangerous at some point. And that point is a 2-0 lead. The ball is now up. Rodoko trying to make a chance, but again, intercepted, taken away by Warriors International. Now carried. What in the world was Kinsey doing? I don't know. They're missing these hits on the wall. I don't know if they're trying to slow it down or just play turtled back defense, but
tactical whiffs.
Yeah, I did not see that sooner. Here comes the carry over the top. That's off the bar. And an unfortunate follow-up as Wonder Mike hits the sidewall. A little bit dazed and out of the play.
And this is going to be interesting to see how Absolute Leverage handles this. Is Wonder Mike going to feel like, okay, I have to take control here. I have to make plays.
What else do they got?
I mean, yeah, you've got this dynamic player in your team, but it could end up hurting you. He could put himself in positions where he doesn't need to be there.
Well, here's what I'll say. Devil's advocate. Rodoko and Kinsey, not done much. You're game 3. You're down 2-0. What else are you going to pull out?
Hey, Rodoko and Kinsey are the only ones that have gotten on the board. One of Mike, 2 goose eggs in game 1, game 2.
But if we're talking about X factors, that's where like you need someone like him to step up. Like it's do or die.
I agree.
1,000% correct.
Oh, no defense out of that side corner. 2 players from Absolute Leverage on the back wall. Neither one go for it, and Buddy, he's going to hit these all day.
They're double committing on the side of the wall. You already have someone there. If anything, if you're going to stack your side, just put 2 players in the box. You don't need to double commit on the wall. You have boost to get it. Do you have boost to go for the challenge? It's questionable. It's questionable plays. Now we're going to move it into the corner. And Absolute Leverage could be looking at a 2-0 deficit. They're not careful. Buddy over the top. They have numbers at midfield, and here comes a triple commit. And they spread it out, but no one able to follow up. Now trying to center is Kinsey. The pass not there. On the other side, it was a demo, but Rodoko now trying to set it up for someone to follow up. Challenged one by Warriors International into the other side, a minute 36.
Uh-oh, and a whiff is gonna lead to an open net. Jay Wismont gets his 4th of the series. Puts Warriors International up by 2.
Well, this series is over. I see zero reality where we're going to overtime.
You know what?
Again, I don't want to harp on bad taste, but what in the world is going on with Absolute Leverage? They look so flat. You have a stellar X factor. You have 2 players who, yeah, they've gotten a goal this series, but you also
There we go. Look at you, naysayer. See, this happens.
Prove me wrong. Take me to another game. I'll be fine. But it's taken a lot to get to this point. Finally, some life. But there's what scares me. Even with these goals, and we usually say, oh, now life's interjected. We see no life. Let's see if that'll change. Here's a carry. Oh, my goodness. Stopped on the wall. One to Mike with the save. And another commit. Thunder.
No one's going
down. You have 3 players sitting in the box, no one challenging. One of Mike has to come out of goal. And these long clears are going to favor Warriors as it burns time and gives them advantage positionally. That ball is going to be up for a challenge. Kinsey will win it. No one to contest. He's got no boost. An interesting commit. And now you have 3 players falling back in transition. I mean, this could have been a goal if it wasn't for one to Mike flying back to the front of the line. It's going to be hit off the backboard. That should be a goal.
Great read from Buddy. These shots are so hard to make, especially when you launch it at the backboard like that. He's able to retain that ball just close enough. Puts it on target.
3-1, Warriors International. Just picking Absolute Leverage apart. Defensive side, Warriors International completely shut him down. And with only 15 seconds, unless a miracle goal comes through now, which that looked like their best shot today other than a couple of goals. Truly a disappointing performance from Absolute Leverage, as they will lose this one 3-0 in what was not even remote.
Whoa, 3-1. Oh, the entire series, my bad. I'll never correct you again. I'll stop.
It's okay, buddy.